everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1991 playoffs in Payoff Pitch Baseball. We're just about set for Game 4 today of the National League Division Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets. Let's take a look at our most updated brackets after yesterday's action. So in the American League Championship Series is set. The Oakland Athletics, having eliminated the Minnesota Twins by a 3-0 series sweep, now wait to play the Kansas City Royals, who defeated Toronto yesterday in their American League Division Series. Game 1 of that series will either be tomorrow night or Thursday, depending on what happens here. In the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers eliminated the Atlanta Braves yesterday. They're waiting for the winner of this series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets. We are, of course, on Game 4 of that series. The Pirates lead 2-1. With that, on that note, let's go meet the starting pitchers, and we'll start off with the Pirates starting pitcher. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Bob Walk. 9-2 with a 3.60 ERA, 115 innings pitched, 104 hits, 10 homers, 35 walks, and 67 strikeouts in 91. He'll be charged with keeping a pretty formidable Mets lineup in check, and he's a right-handed pitcher. Now we can meet the Mets starting pitcher, and we'll take our first look at Shea Stadium today. Starting pitcher for the Mets today is David Cone. 14-14 with a 3.29 ERA, 232 2/3 innings pitched, 204 hits, 13 homers, 73 walks, and 241 strikeouts in 91. In his previous appearance, David Cone was the winning pitcher in the NL wildcard game as the Mets shellacked the Cardinals by a score of 11-4. Looking at Shea Stadium on a ballpark check, pitcher's park. Slightly neutral to left-handed batters, but definitely a pitcher's park to right-handed batters. With that, let's move over to the main game area and check everything over there. For a Sunday morning game at Shea Stadium, there is not an empty seat to be found in this ballpark. The fans are filing in. We are expecting a big sellout today, as the Mets play what could be their last home game of the season and their last game of the season period at Shea Stadium. The pregame festivities are just wrapping up, so with that, let's play ball. As the Mets start to get loose in the infield, we'll take our first look at the Pirates lineup that David Cone is going to be charged with keeping under control. Leading off for the Pirates, we've got Mike Lavaliere catching. Gary Varsho is in right field. Barry Bonds is in left field. Bobby Bonilla is at third base. Andy Van Slyke is in center field. Orlando Merced is at first base. Jay Bell is at shortstop. Jose Lind is at second base, and Bob Walk will be batting off of pitcher hitting card 10. And there you have the lineup David Cone is charged with keeping in check. Leading off the game for the Pirates is Mike Lavaliere. He hit all 3 of his homers in 91 against right-handed pitching. We are going to use blue, orange, and white dice. Mets are the home team today. Game 4 of the National League Division Series. Pirates win. Game 1 against the Dodgers is on Monday. Mets win. We go back to Three Rivers Stadium for Game 5 on tomorrow night. Actually, Game 1 against the Dodgers would be Thursday. Tomorrow night would be Game 5 if this series needs one. Where are we going? Pittsburgh would host the Dodgers. We know the Pirates are going home after this, but the question now is, are the Mets coming back with them? Only the dice know, and in order to find out what they want to tell us, we need to go to the same place every game starts, the first pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 48, and Lavaliere will lead the game off with a base hit. Not what you want to see if you're a Mets fan. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Gary Varsho. Varsho hit all 4 of his homers against right-handed pitching. Lavaliere is a C4, which would be a very good chance. Jump of 3 against a hold of 10. Are they going to try to get aggressive on the base paths today? They're gonna try to do some running today. Actually, the Pirates are gonna try to get Lavalier the jump. He needs a 70 or less to get the jump. And that's a 34. He's off to second. On a very good chance. Whoa, we're already getting crazy today. Lavalier will be safe at second with a stolen base, but we need to see if there's an error on the play. Error for the catcher today is Sasser. His error rating is a 4. And I believe equal means there will be an error. If equal to or less, the throw is on target but late. So no, actually, that'll be Jeffries will get that one, but Lavalier will be safe at second with a stolen base. And now Cone looking a little bit nervous as the Pirates are willing to be aggressive on the base paths today. Cone will turn back and get the sign from Sasser. Cone will set. He'll look at Lavalier at second. Here's the pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 13, and that's going to freeze Varsho for strike 3. Curveball catches enough of the outside corner to freeze Varsho for strike 3. And here's Barry Bonds. He hit 18 of his 25 home runs against right-handed pitching. Could they try to send Lavalier again? I don't. They're actually gonna try it here. Let's see if he can swipe another bag. He's off to third now on a very good chance. Pirates are gonna try to make stuff happen here. Uh-oh, we've got another possible error check. So Lavalier will be safe at second, or safe at third, I should say, with a stolen base. Let's see if the throw gets away from. Let's see if the throw gets away from Sasser again. Once again, his error rating is a 4. No! Keeping that on the... Johnson will keep that on the infield, but it won't get there in time. Lavalier will be safe at third on the stolen base, and now the infield has to play in. The Pirates already threatening. Lavalier on third with 1 out. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 83, and it's a ground ball ground ball to second. We need to see what happens on the infield in chart. That's a 2. Bonds will be thrown out. Lavalier will hold though. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Bonilla. But Bobby Bonilla hit 4 of his 18 homers against right-handed pitching. 2 outs, top of the first. Lavalier at third. Pirates would love to get him home. Cone will set. He'll get the sign from Sasser. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 43. And against the righty, that'll be just enough for Bonilla to get that out of the infield for a base hit, and the Pirates will take an early lead. Lavalier will come in to score after the Pirates worked hard to manufacture that first run. And the score is now 1-0 in favor of Pittsburgh as Bonilla reaches with a 2-out single. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Andy Van Slyke. He hit 13 of his 17 homers against right-handed pitching. 1-0 Pirates, top of the first. Cone looking at Sasser for the sign. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 96. It's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Vince Coleman. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 stolen bases by Lavalier. The score is now the Pirates 1, the Mets coming to bat. While the Pirates now start to get loose in the infield, we'll take our first look at the Mets starting lineup for today. Leading off, we have the previously mentioned Vince Coleman in right field. Greg Jeffries is at second base. Howard Johnson is at third. Dave Magadan is at first base. Keith Miller is your shortstop today. Darryl Boston is in center field. Mackie Sasser's catching. Kevin McReynolds is in left field. And David Cone is hitting off of pitcher hitting card 7. Walk will now finish his warm-up tosses as Vince Coleman will step into the batter's box. Coleman only hit 1 homer in 91. Problem for him, it was against a lefty. Walk will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Walk will wind up, and here's the pitch. 11 is a patient 76, and that's going to be patient enough for Coleman to get a base hit. Pirates infield will go to double play depth, as here's Greg Jeffries. Jeffries hit 8 of his 9 homers against right-handed pitching. Question here is, do they try to send Coleman? He would be a jump of 10 against a hold of 7. Jump of 10 against a hold of 7. They're going to try to send Coleman. Coleman is a C4, so he's also a very good chance. 77 or less, Coleman will get the jump. Coleman is off to second on a very good chance. And the throw gets there late. Coleman will find himself safe with a stolen base of his own. Both teams are willing to be aggressive. The Pirates trying to end the season. The Pirates trying to end the Mets season. The Mets trying to keep it alive. Coleman reaches on a leadoff stolen base. Jeffries will wait for the pitch. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Glance over to Coleman at second. Back to the plate. Walk will kick. Here's the pitch. 10 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play some defense. It's a range check for the shortstop. That ball is hit to short. Going after that is Bell. His range is a B. Oh, he's got that one easily. He'll range to his right for that one, but he'll get it. And that will be a ground ball. That'll be a ground ball. He'll throw it over to first, but Coleman will make third on the play. So Jeffries is out. Coleman makes third, and that's the first out of the inning. That will force the infield in as Howard Johnson is coming into the batter's box. 24 of his 38 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Shea Stadium buzzing. They're hoping for a good hit to get Coleman home. Coleman's got great speed. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 89 is in play, though. Even with Johnson hitting lefty. 30 in play. That's popped up on the infield. Getting under that one is going to be Merced. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Coleman will, of course, stay put on the pop-up on the infield. And here's Dave Magadan. He hit all 4 of his homers against right-handed pitching. Walk, trying to get out of the inning with no damage. Coleman over at third for the Mets. Shea Stadium buzzing. They're hoping for a good hit. Walk will look into Lavalier for the sign. Walk will set, and here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 45, and it's going to be a ground ball to first. Merced will take that one, moving to his left slightly. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. After the single and the stolen base, 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. Score is now 1-0 Pittsburgh after 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. Top of the second coming up, we'll see the middle bottom of the Pirates order due up next. Cone will finish up his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the second for the Pirates. It was Orlando Merced. He hit all 10 of his home runs against right-handed pitching. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up, and here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 12, and Merced's going to get frozen by the slider. That catches the outside corner for strike 3. That will be the first out of the inning. Here's Jay Bell. Jay Bell hit 10 of his 16 home runs against right-handed pitching. Cone gets the sign from Sasser. He will wind. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 21. And Bell is also going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That'll make the third strikeout for Cone. And here's Jose Lind. One of his 3 homers coming against right-handed pitching. 2 outs, top of the second, I should say. Cone looking to get dialed in here. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. He will wind. I will drop a die. As I was saying, Cone will kick. And here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 98. It's a fly ball into left field. Coming in for that one is McReynolds, but he'll have plenty of grass under him to make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the top of the second. Walk gets his warm-up tosses in as he'll be looking at the middle of the Mets order due up next. Leading off the inning will be Keith Miller. 3 of his 4 homers coming against right-handed pitching. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will wind up, and here's the pitch. 5 is an in-play 84. It's a ground ball to short. Bell will get to that one without too much trouble, moving a couple steps to his right. He'll fire it over to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Darryl Boston. 3 of his 4 homers coming against right-handed pitching. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 3 is a wheelhouse check, 44. That'll be enough for a base hit against a righty. Boston will find himself on with a 1-out single. The Pirates will go to double play depth here. As here's Mackey Sasser, the catcher. All 5 of his homers coming against right-handed pitching. Jump of 6 against a hole of 7. They're going to keep Boston there. The Pirates will go to double play depth, though. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. He'll glance over to Boston at first. Shea Stadium buzzing. They know they need a run here. Here's the pitch. 11 is a patient 42. And that'll help. That'll be a base hit. Let's see what happens with it. Sharp liner into center field. That'll be an S8. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Boston will end up at second. And Sasser reaches with a 1-out single. Pirates will stay at double play depth. Here's Kevin McReynolds. 10 of his 16 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Runners at Boston at second. Sasser at first. 1 out. 1-0 Pirates. McReynolds at the plate. Shea Stadium is on their feet. They're hoping for a good hit. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a patient 83. And that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Lind will get to that one. Actually, no. Bell will get to that one. But we need to see if there's a double play. 6 or less on 2 dice. The Pirates get out of it. Side retired. Lind will take that. Or Bell will take that one. He will step on the bag himself. Throw it over to first. And that will be a G6-3 double play as the Pirates get out of trouble in the bottom of the second. Stadium groans. Ugh. Score is now 1-0 Pittsburgh after 2. Top of the third coming up, and we'll be looking at the top of the Pirates order due up next. Leading off the top of the third, as Cone finishes his warm-up tosses, is Bob Walk. Of course, no individual batting stats on the pitcher hitting cards. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up. Here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Where's that ball being hit? That ball is hit over to shortstop. It's going to be a range play for Keith Miller. His range at shortstop is a B. He's got it, and that'll be an easy ground ball. He'll range to his left slightly for that one, but he'll get it, fire it over to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Lavalier. Lavalier is 1 for 1 today with a single and 2 stolen bases. Cone knows he can't let Lavalier back on the base paths again. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. Uh-oh, 28's wheelhouse. Lavalier thinks he's got a hold of one. And he is instead going to fly that one into right field. Moving back toward the track is going to be Coleman for that one. He'll be just at the start of the track, but he'll have enough room. He'll pull that in for the second out of the inning. Shea Stadium looking scared there for a second. And here's Varsho. Varsho today struck out looking his first time up. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. 1-0 Pirates. Mets fans looking nervous at Shea Stadium. Cone will wind. Here's the pitch. 3 is a patient 38. And that's ball 4. Varsho will continue the inning with a 2-out walk. Here's Barry Bonds. Bonds grounded out his first time up. Cone looks over to Varsho at first. Actually, would they try to swipe a bag? He's an excellent chance with 2 outs. But a jump of 5 against a hold of 10. They're not going to try it here. They're not going to try to run themselves out of the inning. That was Bonds having great power. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 2 is a patient 68. And that's ball 4. Bonds will reach as well with a 2-out walk. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla has a single his first time up today. 1-0 Pirates, but the Pirates are threatening. Varsho at second, Bonds at first. Decent contact could score at least one of them. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will set, and here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. Uh-oh, 19's wheelhouse. This could be trouble. And, yeah, Mets fans are about to not be very happy right now. Boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Going back for it is McReynolds. He'll make his way back to the track, back to the wall, and, yeah, that ball might come down in time for Game 1 of the NLCS. Home run, Bobby Bonilla. As that will now make the score 4-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium barfs. Bleh. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! Section 518 scatters. Whoa! And here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today flew out his first time up. 4-0 Pirates. Top of the third. 2 outs in the inning. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up. Here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 4. Van Slyke will get frozen by the heat for strike 3, and that will retire the side. But what an inning that was for the Pirates. No, 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 hit, 2 walks. A 3-run homer by Bobby Bonilla has made the score 4-0 in favor of the Pirates as we get ready for the bottom of the third. We'll be looking at the top of the Mets order coming up, as leading off will be David Cone. 4-0 Pirates, bottom of the third, Game 4 of the NLDS. Pirates win. Game 1 against the Dodgers is on Thursday. Mets win. Game 5 of this series is tomorrow night. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. He will wind up. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 33. And Cohn's going to get frozen by the heat for strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Coleman. Coleman singled his first time up, along with stealing a base. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 5 is an in-play 11. And against a righty, Coleman will get that out of the infield for a base hit. Pirates will go to double play depth. Here's Jeffries. Jeffries grounded out his first time up. Could they try to swipe another bag with Coleman here? I think the answer is going to be yes, actually. They've shown they're willing to run, and now with a 4-run deficit, the Mets need to create something here. They're going to try to create it on the base paths. Coleman is a jump of 10 against the hold of 7. He needs a 77 or less to get the jump, and a C4 is a very good chance. Coleman is off to second on a very good chance. Let's see if he makes it. Ooh, a very close play. Ball gets up there. He picked a pretty good ball to run on. Lavalier got it up there in time, but Coleman will just barely beat the tag, and Coleman will be safe at second with his second stolen base of the day. That'll take the double play option away from the Pirates. Walk will now look back to the plate at Lavalier to get the sign. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 96. It's a fly ball into left field. Bonds will come in for that one slightly. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. On a fly out on an F7, runner on second may attempt to advance. Coleman is not going to attempt to advance. He may try to swipe another bag, though, but that remains to be seen. Anyway, coming up next for the Mets will be Howard Johnson. He popped out his first time up. Shea Stadium hoping for a good hit to get Coleman in. Walk hoping to keep the game right where it is. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a patient 27. And that's ball 4. Johnson will reach with a 2-out walk. And here's Magadan. Magadan grounded out his first time up. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Glances over to Coleman at second, Johnson at first. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 29, and it's popped up on the infield. Lind coming under that one, moving slightly to his right, but he'll get that, and that will retire the side. A hit, a stolen base, and a walk, but the score is now 4-0 Pirates after 3. We'll get ready for the top of the 4th, where we're looking at the middle bottom of the Pirates order due up next. Cohn will finish up his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box will be Orlando Merced. Merced struck out looking his first time up. 4-0 Pirates, top of the 4th. Game 4 of the NLDS. Is that in a force for a little bit? Anyway, Cohn will look in to Sasser for the sign. Cohn will wind up. Here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Where's that ball being hit? That ball is being hit to second base. It's a possible error for Jeffries. His error rating is a 3. He can't get to it. He's going to boot it, and that'll be a one-base error. Merced will find himself safe on the E4. Trying to remember who had the error on that one. Mets infield will go to double play depth. And here's Bell. Bell struck out looking his first time up. Jump of 4 against a hold of 10. In a 4-run game, do you try it? I think the Pirates can ease off the gas a little bit here. Although, I don't know. No, I don't think you steal here in a 4-run game. Actually, Bell apparently does hit into, well, he doesn't hit into too many double plays. He's middle of the road at that. I think we'll leave Merced right where he is. So Cone will turn to Sasser and get the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 11. That's another defense check. Where's it being hit this time? That ball is being hit over to first base. Going after that one is going to be Magadan. His error rating is a 3. And he won't get that one either. That one will be another one-base error. Merced will be at second. Bell will be safe at first on the E3 now. That's the second error in the inning for the Mets. Mets fans are not happy right now, to put it mildly. Here is Jose Lind. Lind is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Cone will look over to Merced at second. Bell at first. Lind at the plate. Pirates fans hoping for a good hit. Mets fans hoping for a good pitch. We have a decent contingent of Pirates fans today who wanted to see the Pirates make the NLCS. Mets fans hoping we go back to Pittsburgh for Game 5. Cone will look into Sasser for the sign. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 38. And against a righty, Lynn's going to get a hold of that one for a base hit. That'll be a hard grounder into left field. Runners advance 1 base. That's going to be an S7. The bases are now full of Pirates for Bob Walk. Walk today grounded out his first time up. The infield will play in. They want to keep the damage under control here. Cone looking in at Sasser, nervous. Mets fans buzzing, hoping for a good pitch. Pirates fans buzzing, hoping for a good hit. Sasser trying to tell Cone to calm down. Pirates have the bases loaded, nobody out. 2 errors in the inning. Cone will look to Sasser for the sign. Cone will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 79. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Boston. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. But since it was patient, he was patient, right? Yes, patient to start the at-bat. So since it is patient, that will be plenty deep enough to score Merced. On the sacrifice fly. And the score is now 5-0 in favor of the Pirates. Mets fans groan. Ugh. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! Here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 1 for 2 with a single and 2 stolen bases. Tim Burke is going to start warming up for the Mets in the bullpen, as David Cone is having some issues today, to put it mildly. And the Mets are going to need some long relief here pretty soon. Cone looking over to Bell at second. Lind at first. Lavalier at the plate. Mets will go to double play depth. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 48. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Magadan will get to that one. Can the Mets turn 2? On an 8 or less, the Mets will get out of the inning. Side retired. Magadan will take that one. He'll throw it over to Miller. Miller will fire it back to him. and that will be a 3-6-3 twin killing. As Lind is going to be thrown out, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, a sacrifice fly, and 2 errors, and the score is now 5-0 in favor of the Pirates. Mets fans sarcastically cheer the double play. Yippee! Walk will finish up his warm-up tosses as coming into bat will be Keith Miller to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Miller today grounded out his first time up. 5-0 Pirates, Game 4 of the NLDS. Bottom of the 4th. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is a defense check. Let's see where this one's being hit to. That ball is hit to third base. Going after that is Bonilla on a possible error chance. His error range is a 4. He's a little bit suspect out there. And he won't get to that one. He'll boot that one for a 1-base error. Keith Miller will be safe on the E5. Mets fans will know the pain of Bobby Bonilla apparently a few years later. Anyway, here's Darryl Boston. Boston today is 1-for-1 with a single. Could they try to swipe a bag with Miller here? Pirates will go to double play depth. Mets, I think, are going to try to create something on the base paths. Jump of 5 against a hold of 7. Actually, that's a pretty low chance to get the jump. They're going to have Miller stay put. Try to rely on Boston's decent-ish eye at the plate. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 74. It's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke ranging back slightly for that one, but he'll make the catch, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Sasser. Sasser singled his first time up. 1 out in the inning. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 48. And it's a ground ball over to first. Merced will get to that one, but can the Pirates now turn 2? 6 or less. Side retired. Merced will get to that one. He'll fire it up to Bell at short. Bell will fire it back to first. And that will be a 3-6-3 twin killing of for the Pirates, as the Mets managed to not get anything out of this. And basically 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. Mets fans groan. Ugh. Score remains 5-0 in favor of the Pirates after 4. Top of the 5th coming up, and we're looking at the 2, 3, 4 of the Pirates order due up next. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Pirates is Gary Varsho. Varsho today is 0-for-1 with a walk. 5-0 Pirates. Burke still warming up in the Mets bullpen. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 7, and Varsho is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3. The curveball just catches the inside corner, and that'll be a called strike 3. Varsho will be out. That is Cone's 1, 2, 3, 4, just his 5th strikeout today. Here's Barry Bonds. Bonds is 0-for-1 with a walk today. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up. Bonds will set. Cone will kick. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 73, and Bonds is going to lift that one into center field. Boston coming in for that one, but he'll have enough room to make the catch for the second out of the inning. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla is 2-for-2 with a single and a 3-run homer. Cone knows he's got to be careful with Bonilla, because the ball that Bonilla hit out still hasn't come down yet. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone will wind up, and here's the pitch. 4 is going to be a ballpark 2. Uh-oh, wheelhouse. Bonilla thinks he's got a hold of one. And we're going to find out if the second ball can find the first one. Boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to right field. Going for that, back for that one is Coleman. He'll be back to the track, back to the wall, and yeah, that ball is going to be probably in the street somewhere. Home run, Bobby Bonilla. He does it again. And the score is now 6-0 in favor of the Pirates. Mets fans barf. Blah. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! And just as if the Mets didn't have enough problems, Cone is now tired. Which means we're going to be changing some of his results. But Cone's saying, guys, I'm good. Let me get us out of this inning. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 2 today. 6-0 Pirates, top of the 5th. Pirates closing in on a day with LA in the NLCS. Cone will get the sign from Sasser. Cone looking very rattled today. He will set. Cone will wind. Here's the pitch. 2 is a patient. 42 will let that stay patient, so we'll re-roll the D10s. 87. Plunk. Ouch. He hit him. Van Slyke is on after being hit by the pitch. That will bring up Merced, and that's going to bring the hook for David Cone. We'll compile his stats real quick here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Let's see. 6 runs. 5 of them earned because 1 came because somebody reached on an error. Walked 2, including that killer 3rd inning. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit a batter. No balks, no wild pitches, none of that. So Cone's coming out of the game. I just finished compiling his stats. That's what you were hearing in the background. And coming in to pitch for the Mets now will be Tim Burke. We'll get pitcher batting card 1. Since I've got to leave him in for a couple innings. 3-3 with a 2.75 ERA. 55 2/3 innings pitched. 55 hits, 5 homers, 12 walks, 34 strikeouts in 91. Burke will look over at Van Slyke at first. Merced at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Pirates would love to get more runs here. Burke will look in at Sasser for the sign. Hold on a second. One more note I want to make. Okay. Now that we're all set. Burke will look into Sasser for the sign. Burke will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 76. That's a fly ball into center field. Boston won't have to go too far to his right for that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. One hit batter, a solo homer by Bobby Bonilla, and the score is now 6-0 in favor of the Pirates. As we head into the bottom of the 5th. Walk will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the bottom of the Mets order due up next. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Mets is Kevin McReynolds. McReynolds today is 0 for 1. He hit into a double play his first time up. 6-0 Pirates. Pirates are 5 innings away from advancing to the NLCS. Mets trying to get something going here. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 47, and McReynolds is going to line that one to short. Bell will put up his glove in self-defense. Pow! And the ball will slam into it. That will be the first out of the inning. And here's Tim Burke, who hits off of pitcher hitting card 1. The Mets are going to have him bat because they need to let him get a couple innings. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 31, and Burke's going to get frozen with a bat on his shoulder on a curveball that just catches the zone for strike 3, and that will be the second out of the inning. And here's Coleman. Coleman today is 2 for 2. Walk would love to get out of this inning. Coleman trying to extend it. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Here's the windup. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is a patient 87, and Coleman's patient enough to extend the inning with a base hit. He'll eventually work another single out of Walk. And here's Greg Jeffries. Jeffries today is 0 for 2. Walk looking over to Coleman at first. Mets aren't going to try to get run out of the inning. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will set. Jeffries will brace. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 34. And against a righty, Jeffries is going to get a hold of that one for a base hit. That'll be a short blooper into right field because switch hitters are batting lefty. Runner on first advances 1 base, which will be a 2-base advance for Coleman with 2 outs. Jeffries keeping the inning alive. And here's Johnson. Johnson in this game is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Mets fans suddenly buzzing. Pirates fans looking a little bit nervous. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. He'll look over to Jeffries at first. Coleman at third. Back to the plate. Walk will kick. Here's the pitch. 10 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for the Pirates. It's a fly ball into center field. Going after that one is Van Slyke. It's a range play. His range out there is an F. He is not very good out there in right field. He's not going to get to that one, and that is going to drop in for a double. And the Mets will get on the board. Coleman will score. Jeffries will score. Johnson will make second. And the score is now 6-2 in favor of the Pirates. Mets fans cheer. Yay! As Johnson now stands on second base with a 2-out double. That was a D. Right, that was a D8. Just making sure I have it straight for the score sheet. 2 outs in the inning, but here's Magadan. Here come the Mets. Magadan today is 0 for 2. Walk, looking a little bit nervous. He will get the sign from Lavalier. The Pirates were totally in control of this game, but the Mets trying to come back into it. Walk will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 46, and that's going to be a ground ball over to first. Merced will take that one. He'll throw it over to Walk, who's covering the bag, and that will retire the side. 3 hits, 2 runs, 3 hits. Score is now 6-2, still in favor of the Pirates after 5. Top of the 6th coming up, and we'll be looking at the bottom of the Pirates order due up next. Burke finishes his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box is Jay Bell. He is 0 for 1 with reached on an error today. Burke will look into Sasser for the sign. Burke will wind up. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 86, and it's going to be a ground ball over to short. Miller will get to that one. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. And here's Lind. Lind today is 1 for 2 with a single. 6-2 Pirates. Top of the 6th. Game 4 of the NLDS. Pirates host LA in Game 1 on Thursday with a win. Pirates host the Mets in Game 5 on Monday if they lose. Burke will get the sign from Sasser. Burke will wind. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 68, and it's a ground ball to second. Jeffries will take that one. He'll throw it over to first, and that will be the second out of the inning. And here, they're going to let Walk bat in this situation, but we are going to get activity in the Pirates' bullpen as... Who are they going to start warming up? I should mention, by the way, 2 things. One, the Mets bullpen is completely open today as it is an elimination game for them. And on a related note, we're also not using my fast score house rule for the same reason. The Pirates are going to get Neil Heaton warming up in their bullpen, just in case something goes sideways. Anyway, we've got Bob Walk coming in to bat today. Burke will get the sign from Sasser once I pick my dice up. Burke will wind up. Here's the pitch. 3 is a wheelhouse 32, and Walk is going to help his own cause out, and that's going to be a double. Mets fans groan. Ugh. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! And here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 1 for 2 with a single and 2 stolen bases. Walk standing up on second saying, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Burke will look into Sasser for the sign. Burke will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a wheelhouse 53, and it's going to be a ground ball over to third. Johnson will get to that one. He'll fire it over to first, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except Walk's double, and as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th. Walk trying to help out his own cause, but the rest of the offense behind him lets him down. Walk will get his warm-up tosses in, as stepping into the batter's box will be Keith Miller. Miller today is 0 for 1 he reached on an error back in the 4th. Walk trying to keep the game right where it is. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will wind up. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 18. And Miller's going to swing through the curveball for strike 3. That will be the first out of the inning. And here's Boston. Boston today is 1 for 2 with a single. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. He will wind up. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 66, and it's a ground ball to short. Bell won't have to go too far for that one. He'll have to range to his right a couple steps, but he'll get it, throw it over to first, and that will be the second out of the inning. And here's Sasser. Sasser today is 1 for 2 with a single, and he hit into a double play back in the 4th. 6-2 Pirates. Mets fans hoping for something here. Walk will get the sign from Lavalier. Walk will wind up. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 37, and that's going to be popped up on the infield straight at the chimney. Lavalier will throw his mask away. He'll get under that one, make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets in the bottom of the 6th. Score is now 6-2 Pirates after 6. Top of the 7th coming up, we'll see the 2, 3, 4 of the Pirates order due up next. Burke will finish his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box will be Gary Varsho. Varsho today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Top of the 7th, 6-2 Pirates, Game 4 of the NLDS. Burke will look into Sasser for the sign. Burke will wind up. Here's the pitch. 10 is a defense check, Somebody's got to play defense for the Mets. Where's this ball being hit? That ball is at the second base. It's a range play. Going after that is going to be Jeffries. His range at second base is a C. And he can't get to it, just barely. It'll be close. He thinks he's got it, but he can't get to it. And that's going to be a base hit for Varsho. And the Pirates have a leadoff single from Varsho. The Mets infield will go to double play depth, as here's Barry Bonds. Bonds is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Mets are at double play depth. Varsho, jump of 5 against a hold of 4. He is not going anywhere with that, and Bonds has got great power anyway, so the Pirates are going to hold Varsho. Burke will get the sign from Sasser. He will set. Glance over to Varsho at first. Burke will turn back to the plate. Burke will kick. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 87. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Jeffries will get to that one. We need to see if the Mets turn 2, though. It will be a 5 or less for a double play. No! Varsho will be thrown out at second. Bonds will reach first on the fielder's choice. And here's Bonilla. The infield will stay at double play depth. Bonilla has 2 homers. Bonilla's actually got a hot bat today. He's got a single, a 3-run homer, and a solo homer. Bonds is a jump of 7 against a hold of 4. He's not going anywhere either. Mets will stay at double play depth, though. Bonilla will look into Burke for the sign. Burke will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 99. That's a fly ball into left field. McReynolds will get under that one after moving a bit to his right. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Burke will get the sign from Sasser. Burke trying to prolong the Mets season. Pirates looking for the death blow here. Burke will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for the Mets. A defense rare play. That's new. Let's see. Where is the defense rare plays with men on? Let's see. Bases empty. I bet it's on the back of here. No. There's a set of rare plays in here, though. Ah, here we are. There's a continued, though. Where's the first set of... Ah, here we go. Runners on base defense. Okay, now that we've got that figured out, let's see what our rare play on defense is with runners on. A 4. A line drive is smashed down the third base line, and that ball is fair. Third base with an A or B range. I don't think Johnson has a D range. He can't get to it. If there are 2 or more runners on first, okay, so never mind that. Third baseman with a range of C or worse can't get to the ball, and it bounces into the corner for a double, and Bonds will score. So Van Slyke will be safe with a double, and Bonds will score. That's going to be a D5. And Bonds will score. This was the 7th. Okay, forgot to update that. So the score is now 7-2 in favor of the Pirates. Mets fans groan. Ugh. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! Here's Merced. Merced today is 0 for 2 he reached on an error. And before I get to Merced's at bat, I need to change my battery. Merced had time to take a few warm-up swings while I get that thing situated there. Anyway, Van Slyke is now at second with a double. 7-2 Pirates. 2 outs in the inning. Top of the 7th. Game 4 of the NLDS. Pirates want more. Burke will look into Sasser for the sign. Burke will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 58. It's a fly ball into right field. Coleman will get under that one after ranging in for that one slightly. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. One run on two hits, including a double by Van Slyke. The score is now 7-2 Pirates heading into the bottom of the 7th. As usual, I won't torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. What I will do, though, is I'll compile stats for Walk, because he's coming out of the game. Let's see. No runs. No earned. 1 walk, struck out. 1, 2, 3. Cone actually, okay, I didn't count Cone's hit batter. Okay. So Walk is coming out of the game. Coming into pitch is going to be Neil Heaton. 3-3 with a 4.33 ERA. 68 2/3 innings pitched, 72 hits, 6 homers, 21 walks, and 34 strikeouts in 91. He will be charged with the bottom of the Mets order. Speaking of the Mets, we're going to get some activity in their bullpen as well. As getting ready will be... Starting to warm up for the Mets will be Jeff Innes. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Mets, we've got Kevin McReynolds coming up. McReynolds is 0 for 2 with he hit into a double play. Heaton will look into Lavalier for the sign. Pirates are 9 outs away from playing the Dodgers in the NLCS. Heaton will get the sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 29. And against the lefty, McReynolds will lead off the inning with a base hit. All right, Burke. I think I'm going to compile stats for Burke as well because he's coming out of the game as well. So he went 2 1/3, gave up 1, 2, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked. Oh, I see what the TBF is. Total batters faced. Apparently I can't do math today either. Or I can't I can't contextualize from baseball. Anywho, let's see, 18, 20, 25. Cone did not face a lot of batters today, though. Cone faced 18, 23. Okay. As I was saying, back to compiling stats for Burke, now that I figured out a random musing. Right. So he faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batters. Walked no one, struck out, no strikeouts, no hit batters, no walks, no wild pitches. And I had Jeff Innes warming up. But we need a pinch hitter for the Mets. Let's see who they're going to bring in to pinch hit against Heaton. They're going to bring in Hubie Brooks to pinch hit. 11 of his 16 homers coming against right-handed pitching. All right. Infield is at double play depth. McReynolds is a D4, which is a normal chance. He's staying put. Mets need base runners. They don't need to get themselves thrown out right now. Heaton will look into Lavalier for the sign. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 81. It's a ground ball to short. Bell will pick up that one. We need to see if they can turn the double play. It will be a 6 or less on 2 dice. No! McReynolds will be thrown out at first. Brooks will reach on the fielder's choice. And there will be 1 out in the inning. Here's Coleman. Coleman today is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Brooks at first. Heaton will look over to him. Heaton will turn back to the plate. He'll get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is an in-play 75. It's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke ranging back for that one a little bit, but he'll get to it. He'll have plenty of room before the track. He'll make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And here's Jeffries. Jeffries is 1 for 3 with a single, and he scored one of the Mets' runs today. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Mets fans trying to get something going. Mets trying to get something going. Pirates want to nail the lid down on this one. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 6. And against the lefty, that's going to be a double for Jeffries. And the Mets will get Brooks in to score. So Brooks will score. Jeffries will be at second. And the score is now 7-3 in favor of the Mets. They've got a long way to go. Got a long way to go on this one, but there is hope for the Mets yet. They're not quite dead yet. They're not too far from it, though. Here's Johnson. Johnson today is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. 7-3 in favor of the Pirates. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 40, and that's ball 4. Curveball misses the zone. Johnson will find himself on with a 2-out walk. Here's Magadan. Magadan today is 0 for 3. Pirates are not liking the shenanigans of what they're seeing. Mets fans, though, are buzzing. They're hoping for a good hit to get some more runs in. Heaton will set. He will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is going to be a ballpark check. 87 is in play. 77 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke going back slightly for that one. He'll have plenty of grass before the warning track. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk, and the score is now 7-3 in favor of the Pirates after 7. Top of the 8th, and we're going to see a pitching change for the Mets. Tim Burke is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the Mets will be Jeff Innes. 0-2 with a 2.66 ERA. 84 2/3 innings pitched. 66 hits, 2 homers, 23 walks, 47 strikeouts in 91. We'll switch out the pitcher hitting card for the Pirates because I think, Heaton's due to bat second in this. The pitcher spot is due up second, and I think he's probably going to hit. Leading off the top of the inning for the Pirates is Jose Lind. Lind today, it should actually be Jay Bell leading off the top of the 8th. Bell today is 0 for 2. He reached on an error all the way back in the 4th. Innes will get the sign from Sasser. Innes will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 79. And it's going to be a fly ball into center field. Boston will get under that one. He'll make the catch for the 1st out of the inning. We're going to start to get some activity in the Pirates' bullpen as Stan Belinda is going to start getting loose for the Pirates. Coming into bat now in the bat now for the Pirates is Jose Lind. Lind is 1 for 3 with a single today. Innes waits for Lind to take his warm-up swings. Innes will look in at Sasser for the sign. Innes will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is an in-play 75. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Once again, that will be Boston getting to that one. He'll move to his right. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. They are going to let Neil Heaton hit in this situation because they want to get one more inning out of... The Pirates want to get one more inning out of him before they hand this game over to Belinda. No batting stats, of course, for the pitchers individually. Innes will look into Sasser for the sign. Innes will set. He'll kick. Here's the pitch. 9 is going to be an in-play 71. It's a ground ball to second. Getting after that one is going to be Jeffries. He'll fire it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the top of the 8th. We're going to get some activity in the Mets bullpen as getting ready to come in and pitch will be... Who will it be? Do they go to their best guy to try to keep it right where it is? I think that is going to have to be the plan. Yeah, I think they are going to have to go to John Franco to try to keep this game where it is and keep the damage from getting any worse. So I'll go ahead and compile stats for Innes real quick since nothing of note happened, and he's due up 5th in the inning. So nothing of note there, thankfully. Makes compiling stats very quick and very easy. Anywho, that ramble aside, Heaton will be looking at the middle of the Mets order in this inning. Leading off, Keith Miller. Miller today is 0 for 2. He reached on an error. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a tough 50, and that's going to be a ground ball over to first. Merced will take that one. He'll take it to the bag himself, waving off Heaton, and that will be the first out of the inning. And here's Boston. Boston today is 1 for 3 with a single. Mets fans hoping for something here. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a patient 94, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Varsho ranging to his left for that one, but he'll get under it, make the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. And here's Sasser. Sasser today is 1 for 3 with a single, and he hit into a double play. Mets fans hoping for something. Pirates fans want to see the death blow. Heaton will look into Lavalier for the sign. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is going to be a ballpark check. 66's wheel is in play. .56 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Bonilla will get to that one. He'll throw it across the diamond, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets in the bottom of the 8th. The score is now 7-3 Pirates after 8. Top of the 9th, and we'll see a pitching change for the Mets. Innes will come out of the game. I've already compiled stats, and coming in to pitch for the Mets will be John Franco. 5-9 with a 2.93 ERA. 30 saves, 55 and a third innings pitched, 61 hits, 2 homers, 18 walks, 45 strikeouts in 91. If the Mets are going to have anything resembling a chance in this one, they need to keep the score right where it is. so they're willing to go to their closer for that reason. He's got to deal with the top of the Pirates' order, which has been scorching with the bat in their hands today. Leading off the top of the ninth is Lavalier. Lavalier is one for 4 with a single and 2 stolen bases. Franco will look into Sasser for the sign. Franco will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a defense check. Uh-oh. Somebody's got to play defense. That ball is hit to third base. Going after that is going to be Johnson. His error rating today is a 1. So he's very suspect out there. And he won't get to that one, and that'll be a 1-base error. Lavalier will be safe on the E5. And here's Varsho. Varsho today is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. The Mets will go to double play depth. Lavalier not going to do much on the base paths here. No. Especially not in not with a 4-run lead. Franco will look into Sasser for the sign. Franco will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is an in-play 44. And against the lefty, that's going to be a ground ball to third. Magadan will get to that one, but we need to see if the Mets can turn the double play. 5 or less, it'll be a twin killing. No! Lavalier will actually make second, and Varsho will be thrown out on the sacrifice hit. That'll be the first out of the inning. And here's Bonds. Bonds today is 1 for 4, is 0 for 3 actually with a walk. Franco looking in at Sasser for the sign. He knows he's got to be careful with Bonds. A mistake is probably going somewhere close to Mars. Franco will get the sign from Sasser. Franco will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a tough 86. And that's going to be a ground ball over to second. Getting to that one will be Jeffries. He'll make the play over to first for the second out of the inning. Lavalier will make third on the play, though. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 3 for 4 with a single, a 2-run homer, and a 3-run homer. Franco knows he's got to be careful with Bonilla because I don't think either of his first 2 home run balls have come down yet. Franco will look into Sasser for the sign. Franco will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 26. And Bonilla is going to get that one out of the infield for a base hit, and the Pirates will extend their lead. Lavalier will come in to score. Bonilla will be safe at first. And the score is now 8-3 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium groans. Ugh. Pirates fans cheer. Yay! Here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 1 for 3 with a double, and he's been hit by a pitch. Franco knows he's got to be careful with Van Slyke as well. There's damage definitely being done this inning. Franco will get the sign from Sasser. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 15. And Van Slyke will be frozen by a slider for strike 3, and the side is retired. But damage has been done. 1 run, 1 hit, an error, and a sacrifice hit. And the score is now 8-3 in favor of the Pirates. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Heaton's going to come out of the game. Coming into pitch is Stan Belinda. 7-5 with a 3.45 ERA. 16 saves, 78 and a third innings pitched. 50 hits, 10 homers, 35 walks, 71 strikeouts. The New York Mets are running out of outs. And in order to extend the season, they have to get the bottom of their order to start something in a 5-run game. Leading off the bottom of the 9th for the Mets is McReynolds. McReynolds today is 0 for 3. Belinda looking at Lavalier for the sign. 8-3 Mets, bottom of the ninth. Pirates 3 outs away from playing LA in the NLCS. New York 6 runs away from Game 5. Belinda will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 97. It's a fly ball into left field. Bonds will move to his right for that one, but he'll get under it, make the catch for the first out of the inning. I will compile stats here for Franco because I don't think anybody will be surprised to hear that we're going to be pinch hitting for Franco in about 30 seconds. So 1 hit, 1 run, wasn't earned, no walks, strikeout, no hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches, faced 5. So we are going to see a pinch hitter in the 9th. The only question is, who is it going to be? Coming in to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be it's going to be Kevin Elster coming in to pinch hit. He hit 5 of his 6 homers against right-handed pitching in 91. Belinda coming into this game because the Pirates don't want any shenanigans. They want to get out of this series. They don't want to go back to Pittsburgh for Game 5. They would rather go back to Pittsburgh and have a few days to prepare for Game 1 against the Dodgers. Belinda gets the sign from Lavalier. Belinda will set. Here's the pitch. 2 is a defense check. Let's see where that ball is being hit. That ball is hit to third base. It's a range play for Bobby Bonilla. His range at third is a B. So he's actually good there. And he's plenty good enough to get that one. That'll be popped out on the infield. Bonilla will get under that one. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And the last chance for the Mets. Their season rides on the bat of Vince Coleman. Coleman today is 3 for 4 with 3 singles and 2 stolen bases. Pirates get the next out. Pirates get the next out. Game 1 against LA is on Thursday. Game 1 of the ALCS will be Monday. Coleman gets a hit. Jeffries comes to the plate, but they need a lot more than that with 2 outs. Belinda will get the sign from Lavalier. Belinda will shake him off. Shea Stadium buzzing. Lavalier will give Belinda another sign. This one he'll take. Belinda will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 15. And against a righty, Coleman's going to get frozen by a changeup on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. That's your game. That's your series. The Pittsburgh Pirates have eliminated the New York Mets by a final score of 8-3. Stadium barfs. Blech. Final line score coming up. For the Pirates, 8 runs on Wait, hold on. Got that backwards. Okay, now that I've got that straight. For the Pirates, 8 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. For the Mets, 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Bob Walk is going to end up with the win. David Cohn is going to end up with the loss. Stan Belinda will not get the save because the lead was too high. Neil Heaton is not credited with the hold either because he's let in a run while he was pitching. Belinda, though, will get a hold on that one. And with that, let me update the brackets real quick. With that, the LCS round is all set. In the most updated brackets, the Oakland Athletics will play the Kansas City Royals in the American League Championship Series. Game 1 of that series will be on Monday. As for the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers now have their dance partner in the Pittsburgh Pirates. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series will be on Monday, or will be on Thursday, I should say. I'll have a full schedule for what the LCS round will look like when we get, after this video goes up. That will do it for this playthrough of Payoff Pitch Baseball. As I mentioned, tomorrow night, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics. Oakland will have the home field advantage because they're the high seed. Wednesday, we're playing Zero Leader from DVG. Next week, we're also going to go to the Air War as we play Mag 23 Guadalcanal from Historic Wings. As for Mystical Munchies, that will continue out of the Fallout Official Vault Dwellers Cookbook with the drink, Deezer's Lemonade. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.